awful. Oh my god. Hi everybody, we are playing some Dungeons and Dragons tonight, following the ongoing story of the Dawnforged company, our beautiful band of adventurers who have been fighting their way to get ever closer to, well, the bastard Menelephus, who has killed Zephyr's family, taken over their home, and subjugated her before she escaped into the exile to become an adventurer in the master's house. They've fought their way through the outside. They originally went down through the tunnels where the old winery was, fighting their way through Flail Snail and finding a cleric down there, a Leonin, part of the adventuring party who'd saved Zephyr. And they found that he had some sort of magical thing wrong with his head, and upon trying to cure it, the horns of Mesnos, their captured companion, burst through the skull of the cleric, killing him instantly. They took the horns and made their way further into the estate. They fought some chain devils who were marking on the walls, but not before collapsing one of the bridges into the estate, cutting off all visitors and all outside help, before making their way inside the menagerie, the museum, the collection of Menelephus. A collection of all sorts of beings from all sorts of planes, all trapped in situations they could not escape themselves. Situations that could be escaped if you were maybe somebody else. From Grelion, who all they had to do was admit their sins that matched the 4 statues, to souls trapped forever, and all they have to do is reach the golem around them to possess them, but they have to convince somebody to let them atone for their sin. They made their way through room after room of things being trapped and needing a way out, from Wodes worshipping a gigantic flower in the middle of the room, seduced by its power. And even through shows as these gargoyle are writing nightmares. And even finding some deserving of pity, and that they'll come back for. After defeating the Shusuva and the 2 warring Gnoll factions, 2 Gnoll vampires, raising the dead of all who fell, having an infinite war in a tiny cell, they make their way to the next room. As they walk through the door, they see an angel on the floor, wings severed but lying next to it. The angel appears unconscious at this point. The white stone marble around them. And that's where we're going to pick up this session. What would y'all like to do?
I have watched way too many kids shows because I'm just thinking, investigate, which is from a show none of you have probably seen because it's new-ish.
I'm sorry. Closest I have are Looking for Blue Paw Prints.
Yeah.
I thought we were trying to find Carmen San Diego.
Yeah,
I apologize.
I
I have to
know.
run. I locked my wife out of the house. I'll be right back and let her back in.
Oh, you
What a terrible husband.
just the worst.
Locking out his
See, this is
pregnant
where we
wife.
sneak in that did we start yet that he's not expecting.
Did we start?
See?
I'm pretty
Is it-
sure
it's
we
not as-
started.
I don't
yeah,
know if
we
it's
started.
And then
You
he'll
know
be
what?
like,
A good
through
start
it.
is a
I got
valid
through one
start.
without it. And we're like, no, you didn't.
No.
Check the tapes, you motherfucker.
Do we
I've
do
returned.
that? Oh,
Sorry about that.
And I have to
Okay.
hold back a. Anyway, go ahead.
So-
but yes, I would like to investigate the scene.
Okay. Go ahead and roll an investigation check and move your token to where you'd like to investigate to.
I'm just gonna stand right here
Perfect.
and.
Now,
Yeah.
while... Hey, thank you so much, Albano Game, for 20 months. Holy hell. Yeah, I will stop locking my 9-month pregnant wife out of the house. That would be a good thing
So
to do.
dumb. So dumb.
All right. Everybody else, go ahead and choose a position where you think your character would be looking at. And if you're rolling an investigation check to check something out, go and roll it now. If you're doing a medicine check, that as well. I just need to know where everybody's kind of hanging out. medicine check on the angel.
Mm-hmm.
I'll assist, so she can roll an advantage.
Go and roll an advantage.
I got a 19.
No matter, roll again.
Advantage is advantage.
I'm just trying to help.
Okay.
Gosh.
Perfect.
Advantage means you can always crit
Yep.
That's
Go
fair.
ahead.
with
Well,
no
the DC was
repercussions.
20.
Use you here. How are you assisting? Are you trying to help point out injuries and things like that?
Yeah, just kind of giving her a separate angle, and especially in concern with the wings, because get the feeling I've seen a few injuries with wings.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I get the feeling I'm also fairly familiar with that.
Okay, so with that, so the 24. So Zadok, as you're kind of what are you investigating? Are you investigating the body or investigating the room?
So the image we have, there's a pentagram in what
Yep.
looks like blood.
That's
Is that not real? Okay. Or
Sorry.
not.
I apologize.
No, you're fine.
Yes,
I just
there
it's all
is
right.
there is blood in a pattern. It is not necessarily a pentagram.
Okay. Yeah, I'm investigating the scene as though a crime had been committed.
Okay, perfect. So
starting with the body, looking around the room for
hey,
clues.
Balcat with 19 months at a tier 2. Woo woo. Zadok, as you look around, you recognize that there are things in Infernal written in the blood, and there's also some things written in Celestial. As you're looking at the blood, the writing in Celestial, it's weird. It's starting to fade out and just blob down into regular, just blood. All of the writing that was holding itself together, almost in clearly a magical formation, is starting to dissipate underneath as the angel is bleeding. Zephyr, as you're looking at the angel, you see that the wings have been completely severed. There are only stubs coming up about this far as it lays unconscious in front of you. With a 19, you notice that these wings are completely severed. There is going to be no reattaching of the wings. They are beyond repair. They have become a severed limb. Only regeneration is the only thing that will return these to their previous glory. And then you see, Zarek, as you're investigating around, you see there is in one of the angel's hands closest to you, there is a golden scorpion with no legs, only pincers in its hand.
Can I quickly cast Minor Illusion of the words I saw?
Absolutely. So.
Okay. Let's do that, and then why?
Do I
What
notice
is-
the infernal?
Yes, the infernal says, "Glory to Menelephus before all others." Does anybody speak Celestial?
Ekvisair.
Oh, let me check.
He speaks some weird ass shit.
He does not. So the Celestial remains kind of a mystery at this point.
I'm gonna look up.
Okay. Go and roll.
What's going on with the ceiling?
Go and make your investigation check. Is anybody else checking out anything?
I'm gonna look around the edges of the room.
Okay.
Guidance myself too.
Perfect. Go ahead and roll the investigation guidance. Zarek, it sounded like Zephyr is going to be assisting you, so go and roll with advantage.
Not that button. This one.
25. Okay. So first, looking up to the ceiling is also the same. It's this like white granite, and the tiles of the floor match the tiles on the ceiling. This whole room is almost this like pure white granite. It sparkles. It seems exactly normal. Zadok with a 25, looking into each doorway, a gargoyle sits on top. And looking inside, you see the eyes undulate. There's actually something behind the eyes and in the mouth of these gargoyles. Zephyr, it's at this point you hear the angel. It moves, and then magic, blood, beware, and then seems to pass out again.
Okay. Very carefully not touching any of the blood.
And it's at this point you see from behind on its shoulders these two slimes start to peel forward. And can I get a perception check from Uza, Zadok, and Zephyr?
Boy, howdy.
All right, so goddamn guys, Zadok, 2 19s. Okay, so Zadok and Zephyr and Uza, you guys see these red slimes matching the color of the blood start to arch upwards, and with your rolls, you see that inside each of them is a golden scorpion leg. As they attack, I need Zadok and Zephyr to make dexterity saving throws.
At advantage?
Nope, just regular.
You just got to figure out that there was stuff inside of them.
Okay, you guys both make your dexterity saving throws and are not hit by these particularly goopy slimes. It's at this point, the rest of you who have been standing back, you hear and you see the white stone start to undulate as slimes start to come up from the floor. These are
Oh shit!
gigantic slimes. And they start pouring out the mouths and eyes of all the gargoyles over each door. And that's where we're gonna have you guys roll initiative.
Boy. Jeez, come on, Zarek. Fuck.
I forgot to collect this thing. No, it went. It's fine.
Perfect.
7 with advantage? Are you shitting my asshole right now?
Woof.
No! Internal server error.
Oh no!
Internal
That happened to me. Just refresh. Go to create collections in the top left.
Fun.
Who wants to, since Ulu hasn't arrived yet, who wants to play Ulu?
Oh, I gotta do Centaur. I'm already doing 2.
Zephyr, do you want to play Ulu for now, since you know kind of orc
Sure.
warriors? Perfect. Let me make sure you have access to her character sheet, so that way you can play her.
Oh shit. Really? No, I can't sign into D&D Beyond.
Oh no, okay.
Oh.
That's good. We'll give you a second to do that. Alright. Sending.
Well, I was looking at the Google thing, not the Twitch thing.
I like I still got rolled with 0 for initiative. That's adorable. All right. And so, for a visual, while they're doing that, all of a sudden this white stone just like expanded in like a second, and it just basically ballooned out into its full size. With its false appearance, it is indistinguishable from white stone.
Did she not heal
Neat.
herself from the short rest?
He wasn't here last time.
I'm gonna say she did. Just go give her full health from the short rest.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll go and get started. Uza, you are up first, and starting with inside of the white maw that has just overtaken you, you take a pseudopod attack. Does a 24 hit?
Yeah.
You take 18 bludgeoning and 3 damage. Do you have any non-magical weapons made of metal or non-magical armor?
That's a good question. Let me check here.
Okay,
Oh
if you-
no, my crowbar.
Your
No!
crowbar? You have now a -1 crowbar. It has taken corrosive damage from the
Oh.
acid of the white maw that you are currently stuck in.
That
What would you-
sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I like restrained or grappled? Can I do stuff?
You can do stuff.
Okay. I would like to fly up and actually, you know what? I'm going to use my reaction to have that damage quick.
Perfect. So the white maw goes all the way to the ceiling. There is no flying over it.
No, that's fine. I just want to get away from the little guys.
Okay.
What would that be? Halved would be 10?
Yes. And so, are you disengaging or just flying?
I'm disengaging because there's a
Okay.
lot of fucking things around here.
Perfect.
All right, so I'm going to move over here. I'm going to go pretty much to the ceiling.
Okay.
And then, without drawing an arrow, I'm going to pull back on my bowstring, and instead of you see a lightning bolt form in the take form of an arrow, and I launch it at the fucker who hit me, and I'm going to cast Chain Lightning.
Chain lightning. Okay.
So I'd like it to hit the 2 biggins, and then these 2 little guys here.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Roll for it.
That's a dex save on their part.
Perfect.
Okay. Well, they're not very dexterous.
Kind of hoping.
Very not dexterous.
Good.
Little guys, though, they're not too bad. Okay, go ahead and roll the damage for your chain lightning.
Does this use my wisdom modifier, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Okay. 42 points for anyone that failed, and half on a success. Which my spell DC for using mine is 16.
16. Okay, perfect. A nice opening shot from the rogue. Okay, that's movement, action, bonus action. I think that's
That is
it.
my turn.
Perfect. Sento, starting inside of
Oh,
the...
shit.
That's
I wasn't ready.
That's Ulu's? Okay. One second.
Alright.
let's see.
Deleted mine.
I got you. No worries.
Still had your token selected.
One second. Where is... Why didn't Ulu...
10.
There we go.
Okay.
You were at 10, you said?
Yeah, I was at 10.
Perfect. Okay.
Are these little things still moving?
They are.
Oh, shit. They're beefy boys. Sento's gonna take aim at the...
Sento's going to take an attack first, because he's starting his
Oh.
turn inside of the white maw.
That's
11
cool.
doesn't hit, though, so no worries there.
Not. And then he is going to... He's going to disengage over to here. There's tons of people over there. He's going to move over here with a disengage.
Okay.
And he's going to throw daggers at the slime, the little slime that was more fucked up. The one that
Okay.
took full damage.
This one.
Yep.
Okay. Roll those attacks.
Come on, do the thing. There's the first
29
one.
hits. Roll it with sneak attack. Okay.
33 points of damage, and he is going to do Whales of the Grave.
What kind of damage is it? Whales from the Grave? I forget. Is it force?
It is necrotic.
Necrotic. Okay, it's immune to necrotic, so no worries there.
Okay, I'll mark off one of his things though.
Perfect. And then,
So he's gonna use a shard for that one.
Perfect. Okay. And then, okay, so it takes 25. He does kill the one on the left shoulder of the angel that's crawling over, color of blood just bubbling up and oozing over.
Neat. And he's gonna throw his dagger at the other one.
Perfect. Roll it. 22 definitely hits.
13 points of piercing damage.
Nice.
And that is his turn.
Perfect. Okay. Lumpha of the desert, anointed of the desert scar.
I can't move her.
Oh, really? Okay, hold on. Let me take a look. 1 second. Ulu Loompa, and then player characters. Ulu Loompa can be controlled by Jessica. So, select a token. Okay, try now. And if you can't, refresh and then see if that works.
Okay, refreshing.
Perfect.
Refresh.
Feels good to be back and playing some D&D, y'all. It's good.
Oh, I gotta refresh completely. Whoops.
Oh, damn.
Hang on.
Sure.
Doo-boo. She's gonna go over to the big one on the right, though, and she's gonna swing.
Perfect. So I'll get her in position. And then swings.
She has 3 attacks, right?
She has 3 attacks. Do you want me to roll them for you while you're reloading?
Yes, please.
You got it. All right, so she's going to take a stabby stab with her
Blessing.
Jahruk's Blessing. One of the coolest freaking one. Yeah, that'll hit 2. That'll hit 3. That'll hit. It's not hard to hit, but woof. All right, so then we got damage on all 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, so that is 25. 41 points of damage to this big bastard. As you see, Ulu just runs across the field and just stabs directly. Just horrible noises as she stabs into it. That'll bring us to Zephyr and Nefzet.
Alright.
If that is your last name.
Ustronik
Ustronik.
is... Trying to think of something here. Oh my god. Each creature.
The goopy goodness is coming for you.
Now, I'm trying to aim in a specific direction here.
What
so
the
I don't-
hell?
The
Sorry.
police siren?
Yeah, hold on. We're switching up this music. I just heard a police siren. That's unacceptable.
Woo woo woo!
Yeah, I was enjoying it until the police siren. I was like, what the hell is happening all of a sudden? Okay. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, so okay, so you see the little line I got right here going on?
Yep.
Would that hit the angel too?
I'm going to say no. You know what? For simplicity's sake, we're going to put the angel here.
Okay. So
I'll move
Thunder
everybody,
Wave.
actually, you know what? Thunder Wave, okay. Go ahead and cast it so I can make the saves. Isn't Thunder Wave a cube around you?
It's a cube originating from you.
Then, yeah. Sorry, I thought it was a line. Yeah, that would hit the angel.
Oh, okay. Then never mind. Shit!
I know, right? These situations, they're just so untenable.
Okay. I'm gonna do frostbite.
All right, against 2.
Let's go. This one right here.
Perfect. Roll it. Roll. Or is it a Constitution saving throw? 9. It fails, taking 8 points of frost damage.
Can we all just be really happy that one of her spells actually showed up for once?
I was actually
Yay.
ecstatic. I thank you for mentioning it. I was gonna give you if you didn't. That is
What?
fucking amazing. Your spell didn't just come up with a blank. Like, I'm really excited about that. All right, so there's your action. Bonus action movement.
Oh. Nope. I'm good.
Okay. That brings us to Vicer, and him not being here, we all know what he would do in this situation. I assume he's going to cast Slow. Does anybody disagree with that?
It's pretty spot on.
All right, so he's going to cast Slow. He's going to...
I'm gonna say
Come on.
fire.
Fire comes after Slow, was my only thought.
Yeah.
So
Slow first, then Sunbeam.
exactly. Okay. It's a deadly combination. All right, so that is 6 creatures. So he's going to choose the 2 big guys, and then the bottom 4 Netricore, just because those are the ones closest to everybody. So, and they need to make Wisdom saving throws, and they're just so wise, you know it. One saves. Okay, that seems about right.
Low.
How the hell do I roll this low consistently? Oh man! All right, so where's this?
You would have had to roll 17 or higher.
It's fair. It's
to make
not.
that.
It's not unfair. It's just one of those like I can't remember a time like I've made slow. There it is. Oh, okay, he's too close over there. Whatever, that's fine. And then big guy slowed as well. So that'll be his action, and then for his movement, he's going to use his bonus action disengage that he got from that being experiencing a rogue's life. It's a hard rogue's life. And then so he's going to disengage, and he's going to hide in this corner. That'll bring us to Zadok. That music is a little loud. I'll bring it down.
All right, we are going to start out with the Blade song.
Blade song. Blade singing.
And let's put, nope, 4 point. Hey, come back. 4. There we go. And then we are going to hit Buddy Boy here with a Disintegrate.
Disintegrate. All right, that is a dexterity saving throw. You know, it's a fucking room, so it is a -5 to a dexterity saving throw. So I don't think it can actually even make the save with a natural 20. Rolls a 2. 79 points of force damage.
Boom!
So you guys
Technically, I rolled
watch.
a 7.
Yeah.
Fair. You watch Zadok just pulls up the blaster. You hear the as the blade song starts, and as he spins it around up over his head, he pulls it across the blade in his other hand. And as it pulls across, you hear the blade just start to harmonize as he drags it across this. And as he does, he points the blaster forward and blasts this gigantic hole in the middle of this room, near room-sized ooze. And you see about half of it just falls away and then recongeals. Not killing it, but fucking disintegrating a good bit of it.
Damn.
Movement.
Yeah. Let's see. Here. Yeah, I'll move. Let's drop back here, which is going to pull an opportunity attack, I assume.
Yes.
Although it's slow.
It'll
so
take.
I don't know how that happened.
It does not get opportunity attacks while it is slowed, so no opportunity attacks coming your way from any of the 3 things that you were in range of. Trying to be fair, trying to play Vicer the way it would be played, even though it's frustrating as hell.
I get it.
Blood
Sorry.
scale!
I mean, it's perfect. You're pissing yourself off. So
I know, right?
accurate.
Blood scale, you're up.
go here.
Perfect.
How bad is this big thing?
It's
God damn it.
hard to tell with an ooze, but it doesn't look like it's not wobbling. It's showing no signs of dissipating.
Alright, to fix 2 things. Alright. Fuck it, Reckless Great Weapon Master on the big boy.
Not a bad choice.
Actually, hold on. The little boy that's next to me,
Yeah.
has that been touched at all?
No.
Have I seen one pop fairly easily?
Not easily, but you have seen one pop. It took a chain lightning and some other attacks.
Okay. Sorry. Never mind. First things first. Raging out. Then Reckless Great Weapon Master against the big thing.
Perfect. Roll them beautiful bean attacks. Yeah, no problem hitting. 28 slashing coming in on first attack. Hits.
15 on the second one.
Yep, hits.
Sweet.
23 on the second. Very nice. That'll bring us to the Netricor. So this top one, he's going to use his action. He's going to do blood puppeteering, attacking Uza. The 10-foot attack. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 14.
Is that a spell by chance?
Nope.
Okay. Haha, that's Sento's. But mine isn't any better.
Is yours
It's
plus 2
same.
as well?
It's-
Same.
Yep.
So you guys watch as this ooze hits the ground and then leaps across into the room and hits Uza in the face and pulls into his eyes and mouth
Oh, God.
and into his
No,
body.
no vacancy. I've already got 1 tenant.
And then, so
You got a right tenant, but you need a left tenant.
Actually, that's true. How are the 2 things coexisting in his body right now? Are they fighting? Are they having a good time? Is it a party?
Selazat,
Oh, God, it's a party in my mouth.
Selazat, Edward's coming. So Selazat is occupying the space between his skin and his muscles, while the Netricor has forced its way inside of him.
Gross.
Yeah, you are now being blood puppeteered. Let's see. While attached, the Netricor. Let's see. Well, hold on. Yeah, it'll telepathically control your move, action, or both. When controlled this way, the target can only make the attack action. Netricor chooses the target, or the dash action. Attached target can repeat the saving throw at the end of each turn. Detached, and you make the saving throw, and other stuff happens. So this one is going to make its blood puppeteering against Zephyr. Zephyr, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw. Just make it. So
nice.
this one reaches out, and you see, and Zephyr, you've witnessed these and things like this. It almost triggers a memory of these things being pulled out of dead bodies after they've fallen on the field of battle in the arena, and you just quickly throw the tree, your staff in front of it, and it obscures it enough that you shake it back, and it's not able to break through and possess you. This bottom one's gonna go for. Let's roll the dice, because it is not a smart being, so we'll see who it goes after. Use the dreaded black DM dice. 4, that is Zadok. Okay, Zadok, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Haha.
Make it easily.
Nice.
As it comes through, you see it coming, and you quickly spin and tap. You guys all hear this rhythmic as he spins the pistol in one hand and slaps it against his sword. It goes, and then but it creates 3 sympathetic tones which wiggle the ooze backwards from it. This Netricor here is going to use its decreased movement speed. Going to go.
Well, I think Dag just has some.
Yeah, so Necrocores can't do blood puppeteering if you haven't lost any hit points.
Oh, have you not lost? Yeah. Oh, you're the Uza was missing his
No,
points.
Yeah, I was missing hit points.
I wasn't. I know I made
The
thing
Netricor,
correct.
the Netricor don't know that. Like that's why I had them go the way they've been going. I've been kind of rolling for what they do.
Okay.
But good on you. Always, never. I always want you guys to call me out if I ever fuck anything up. This one's gonna go up here, and it's going to try its
in the reverse.
perfect. Okay, it's going to try its blood puppeteering against Bloodscale. Easily save.
Fuck you.
Which dragon are you tuned to right now? Red.
White, I have to be.
White. Oh, that's right. So as the Netricor reaches out to you, you kind of like you like glance at it, and the rest of you see like the Netricor as it reaches out, ice starts to form almost as it gets into the within 3 feet of Bloodscale. It starts to freeze and kind of congeal as it pulls back, and you just kind of
we were doing force
flex
for the
towards
white
it.
instead. Because
That's right. No, you're absolutely correct. I apologize. You see, as it reaches forward, you look back. All of a sudden, you throw a wing comes in front of you, but instead of hitting the wing, it hits just right outside of it. This kind of force barrier breaking off the Netricor as it attacks.
when this happens above my head, does the kanji for menacing float up like this is a fucking JoJo's episode?
It might as well, but yeah, absolutely. And then
Menacing.
this last Netricor is going to try its blood puppeteering against Ulumfa.
What?
I got it. Ulumfa needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Okay.
Fails. Okay, so you watch as the. Do you want to use her Indomitable?
That's the one that lets you re-roll something you failed at, yeah?
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah, she has 2 of those, so per long rest, and she hasn't used any yet. So go ahead and make a re-roll on that save. Just because I feel like that's what she would do. Mine's still loading up. What'd you roll?
19.
19, easily saving. Okay. So you guys watch as this Netricor kind of pops forward. She has the Geralt's Spirit Blade on her back steel, but you see this kind of like ghostly figure of this orc kind of still holding the blade on the back of Ulu, kind of like appear out of her shoulder and put a hand forward, pressing down on the Netricor, pushing it back away from her. That'll be their turn. That'll bring us to the White Maw. Okay, so the White Maw, they are going. This first one is going to shift 10 feet. So he's going to come up here. If my stuff ever. Not there. Not you. He's going to shift there. As all of you kind of put it moves so quickly before you can even get your defenses. It just overwhelms and comes over you. This one at the top's going to come this way 10 feet and not be able to make it to anybody. Zephyr, being the only one who saw the leg the first time, you see that every single Netricor, and even inside of the 2 gigantic oozes, there are tiny golden scorpion legs. Each White Maw is going to make 1 attack on their turn, because that's all they can do. So, Pseudopod attack against... Looks like Bloodscale. 20 to hit.
Yeah.
28 bludgeoning plus 15 acid, reduced to half from your rage. And then, do you have any non-magical weapons or anything? I think all your stuff's magical at this point, but...
I think the breastplate does count as magical by now, because it's +1 and adamantine.
Absolutely magical, yeah. +1 is instantly qualifies it, so no worries there. And then the top one, it's going to make its 10-foot reach attack against... Looks like Zephyr. 26 to hit.
Oh yeah, that hits.
22 bludgeoning, 8 acid. Do you have any non-magical weapons or armor?
No.
No worries. I didn't think you did, but I had to check. All right, that'll bring us to Zilgrot at absolute 0. He gets automatically hit with a pseudopod at the beginning of his turn. 24 to hit.
I mean, yeah.
Can
Okay.
it do that if it doesn't have reactions?
Yep, it's not a reaction. It's a killer response. It's a special feature of the White Maw. Good question, though.
Fair enough.
Feature ability.
Yep, so 37, 27 bludgeoning, 10 acid done to the poor boy.
Oh, can I do really quick?
Yeah,
My thing.
Hellish Rebuke?
Yes, thank you.
absolutely.
It was like before we get further, I had a thing, damn it.
You're good.
Alright.
Oh,
Oh, God damn it. Where's Hellish Oh, there it is. Okay. Boom.
bam, dexterity saving throw for the Maw. They are so good at this, you would not even believe how bad they are at this. Yeah, they could never make a 17. I don't even... so 26. 26! Nice. Fire damage against... reduce... You notice as you rebuke it, it doesn't... As you see the fire burn into it from your words, it doesn't do as much damage as you were hoping. Alright, that'll bring us to Uza, the blood puppet. Paulina. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Did not get to do anything.
You're
to
right,
take
I'm
the
sorry.
pseudopod.
I apologize. Zilgrit, you're up.
Jesus, man. He's already in the corner, so he can't back away.
He can go down into the corner, and that would get him outside of the maw. 12 hits.
Okay, if he's in this corner, is he still in attack range, technically?
He's still in threaten range, but he's not inside of the maw.
Yeah,
so we won't take
no,
the
that's
auto.
fine.
Perfect. Yeah, 12 hits. 10. 10? Okay.
No.
28 hits.
10 again.
Nice.
5 this time.
All right. Yeah, you see Zilgret, he pulls himself outside of the white maw, and he just starts cutting into it. And Zephyr, make a wisdom check for me while I pee. I'll be right back.
Just straight wisdom.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's a good one. We're proud of that one. That's a good one. This is where we fit in another Did We Start Yet? It's perfect.
I was gonna ask, should we? Oh, never mind. I like this
Probably
better.
gonna be answered with this wisdom check. I have a feeling it's get those legs out. What?
I'm shaving bits off the boy.
Well, he
doesn't
has a
like it.
he has a big old floof, and he deserves to have some trim.
All right, I'm back. Oh, sorry.
Wait.
Not Zephyr. Sorry, Zardak.
Oh,
Oh, well, I already made it.
I apologize.
she did better than I did.
It's okay. 16 is enough. You, being Githzera, you hear when it's sliced into this time a psychic yell. No pain, food. It says no pain, food, as it's sliced into by the orc hobgoblin Zilgrad. All right, bonus action.
Don't be fucking racist. Come on.
Don't be incorrect racist, at least.
Don't be mislabeling him. That's not his pronouns.
That's fair. All right, and then bonus action was the third attack, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay, so that's action, bonus action, movement. Anything else? Does you want to move around anywhere? Or?
Nah, he's just gonna not be in the thing.
Perfect. That'll bring us to.
Ty, real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah.
The thing I heard psychically. Did it sound like he was telling himself not to feel pain, or that he was saying this doesn't hurt, it's nummy.
No, it was definitely closer to pleading than anything else. It was a
Oh,
It almost
hurt
had
me,
the-
feed me.
it almost had the matter of factness of I need to eat. Stop. You like basically it's almost indignant. Like you don't have the right. I have to eat. I'm
Gotcha.
that sort of caged animal feeling.
Okay.
All right, Uza, the blood puppet, Balinar Samrin's under Strael, champion of Akati.
Titles.
You are going to. So, being controlled, it is going to pull you here. No, it's going to. It's going to have you fly into the Grey Maw. Stick you here.
Gross.
And then have you. No, you know what? It's going to be here. Going to pull you in and then have you make dagger attack against Zephyr.
So you
to
said
get
it move me or do an attack, not both.
No, it can do both. Hold on, let me level check this. Target can move and attack action.
Okay. Well, here we go.
Still Zephyr Shadow, but it's funny.
22. Does that hit you, Zephyr? I think it does.
Yeah.
Okay, roll damage and sneak attack. You take 39 points of damage as Uza. You see his
that's one
eye.
of the best sneak attack rolls I've ever fucking rolled, too.
You see Uza dive into the gray ooze. His eyes completely, no longer his pupils, just these giant saucers of red blood ooze whirling over. As he tries to, you see his mouth moving to try to warn you or saying something, but being suspended in the gray ooze, he just comes up underneath your armor and steps upwards into the back, almost piercing your lung. You feel it. It is a deep stab into you. Uza, go and make another Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Fuck.
One short. Okay, I don't want to play myself, but are you still under the effects of your ceremony?
No.
And you're not blessed or anything?
No.
Okay. Yep. That is the end of your turn. Sento.
Yep. Sento is going to. Huh. Would that work?
No one at the Necrocourse.
Kill 'em, boys!
I was
Go
trying to
on,
do something
Marv.
clever, and I don't think it's gonna.
No worries.
I don't
You're
think
trying to
it's gonna
throw
work like that.
daggers through the maw. He is kind of.
No,
give me
it
a
was.
second.
I was gonna see if there was some kind of a spell that I could affect Uza with, and therefore negate the control. But it doesn't look like it is. I don't think that would fly.
Okay. I'm open
is
to
it-
any attempts you have. I find it interesting.
Well, because I was thinking charm person. Could
To
be
try-
charm Uza. Charm creature.
So
No, because he's only a friendly acquaintance.
The
It has
only
to be,
thing-
like command or something like that, I think.
the only other thing I would say is because it's specifically puppeteering, is that the ooze is inside you moving you. So it would have to be a spell that affects the ooze. And the ooze isn't undead, so it wouldn't be affected by that particular spell. So
Fair
Uza
enough.
doesn't have control. You can charm Uza all you want, but he is being puppeteered right now.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was.
And
There
you as
might
Uza
be
would
a
definitely
loophole.
know that. Yeah, there, if
Might
you
be
can
a
think of one.
loophole if there was suggestion and you told Uza to resist it.
You might get an extra saving throw out of that for sure.
Yeah, he doesn't have suggestion though.
Womp womp.
So what he's gonna do is he's gonna throw daggers at. Let's go for this thing. We don't need more puppet controlled.
Perfect.
bugs. No,
Roll
he
it.
doesn't get sneak attack on that one.
Yeah, nobody's within 5 feet.
No, he's gonna take aim. He's gonna take aim. Bonus action, take aim.
No. Okay, take aim. Get the advantage. Get that sneak attack.
Yep.
26 hits for sure. 31 points.
31
nice.
points of damage. Is it dead?
It is not dead. It hadn't been
no.
touched until now, but it got
All
hit by
well,
that.
14.
14 actually hits.
All right. Another 13 points of damage.
All right, another 13.
And that is it.
Okay. Ulumfa of the Desert Scar, you start your turn inside of the White Maw, so you are hit with a pseudopod. Does a 12 hit? I don't think it does.
Oh.
Perfect. All right, Ulumfa, what are we doing?
Oh, hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. He gets
sorry.
another D4. I haven't been doing this at all. He gets an extra D4 of psychic damage when I
Perfect.
hit a creature with a weapon. I have not been doing that at all.
So that was 8 for both attacks?
No, it can only happen once per turn. So it's just 4 psychic damage against this dude.
Is that his favorite enemy? What is it?
It is Dreadful Strikes. When you hit a creature with a weapon, you can deal an extra 1d4 psychic damage to the target, which can take this extra damage only once per turn.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So that thing's looking
No action.
pretty messed up. Good shit. All right, Ulumfa, what are we doing?
All right. This guy down here isn't slowed, right?
That is the one that has not been slowed.
So I can move. Let's see.
Her floating spear has longer reach, so it could probably hit him through there.
Oh yeah, you can hit him for right where you're standing. She has a 10-foot reach, and Bloodscale will not get in her way.
Okay. So she's just gonna start swinging away.
Perfect. Roll them beautiful attacks.
Ah!
Natural 1 always misses. 28 hits. 25 hits.
I have a question.
Yeah.
You want me to roll a dex save on that natural one?
You are suspended in a jelly between them. You know what? Let's roll on it. Well, we'll do a digital dice. So under 10, you
advantage.
under 10 you
dex
make
save,
under 10 you make the save. Over 10 you don't. You don't.
Ah!
All right. So let's take 33 points of damage total on that thing. That's pretty nice. All right, 3 attacks. Is she moving outside of the White Maw? Or hanging out? Perfect. Okay, so she takes 1 step outside. Perfect. And then, so that's action, movement, bonus action.
Can she bonus action hit anything?
She can bonus action summon her blade. Garl's
The one
spirit
that
blade.
fights on its own?
Yeah, she uses
Yeah,
bonus actions to make an attack. So, where would you like this blade?
I would like it right here.
Right there, perfect. So you see, she grabs the blade and just throws it up, and as it spins into the air, you see almost again that ghostly form of an orc catch it, but right before it disappears, and the blade remains hovering in air. Zephyr, you are up. Starting your turn inside of the White Maw, you take a pseudopod attack. You take 19 points, 12 bludgeoning, 7 acid, as you are smacked around.
Fuck. The fire damage didn't do much damage, right?
Yeah, you notice that fire did have a lessened effect against the White Maw that you attacked. The joys of playing Druid. You have so many options. It's crazy.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm trying to.
No, you're good. Like, this is not a judgment. It's mainly that every time I see a druid's
Observation.
character sheet, it's like, fuck.
Right now, I'm just trying to find something that has lots of hit points.
Oh, as far as your transformations, I think your elementals all are the best
I know
as far
my
as HP.
elementals all do. I'm also looking for highest attack,
Smart.
but not fire because fire was not very effective.
Yep.
So.
One thing I would say is, sorry, go ahead. You said Earth.
Oh, go ahead. Say what you were saying.
Oh, I was gonna say, you have a lot of things to think about because you have Earth, which you can burrow into the Earth, but you also have the Air Elemental, who has the Tornado attack, which is an AOE, which would
You
probably
also
be easy to.
possibly a Dracolich after this, and then a big old fucking demon asshole. So who knows if you want to save some shit.
I am at 42 hit points. I'm at less than half.
I'm sorry.
If I
Yeah,
get
yeah.
hit again and somebody crits, I'm dead.
I'm just saying maybe if go your orc because she has a lot of hit points and AC, and it only takes one of your changes instead of 2.
It is a fun ass transformation.
Yeah, that's fair. How many hit points does she have?
Many.
Yeah, we're gonna pull her out.
All right, going Orky.
Okay.
You guys watch as Zephyr's skin turns green and the all familiar transformation as the orc self of her comes forward.
So I can't see the Necrocore that's on Uza. I can just see Uza, right?
You see Uzo with the blood red eyes, especially with how big his eyes are. You see no eyes, but blood red goo kind of undulating behind where his eyes are. And his mouth, no matter if he tries to talk or tell you anything, it's just blocked by, again, this kind of glowing blood red ooze. If you attack him, he'll take half the damage, the Necrocore will take half damage. You would know this from some of the fights you've seen. It's been so long since you've seen a Necrocore, you forgot they existed, but now all of a sudden these horrifying memories flood back to you of fighters falling and then rising back up with this same blood red glowing eyes and mouth.
If I move one square to the right, am I gonna get an attack of opportunity?
No, you will still be within the threat range. You'll still be in one ooze, but not both.
Okay. So, we're gonna go over here.
Perfect.
I'm gonna start swinging on this asshole.
Roll it. $21 hits for sure. 25 hits for sure. 12 just hits. Actually, with slow, that fucking definitely hits. So, actually, you're... Oh, yeah. Okay, so, on your second slash, you manage to cut through, and as you so the first slash, you come across, and you see it split apart into two, its tendrils barely holding it together. And the second swipe, you come up with this bone greatsword in your grasp, and as you hit and come up, the ooze holding together suddenly liquefies and splashes as you see the gold scorpion leg fly into the air and land on the ground as it is destroyed. Your last attack hits. The next closest thing to you would be the white ooze, and that would definitely hit, doing another 11 slashing damage to it.
Okay, and then I'm gonna do an action surge.
You pull the ancient bloodline that flows through you in this transformation and find yourself ready to attack again.
And I'm gonna swing 3 more times.
Perfect. Are we going through the white maw?
Yeah.
Perfect. Roll it. Hits. 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 23, 34 points of slashing damage as you just lay into this thing. And you're just taking off bits. Another wisdom check from Zadok.
Wisdom, just a
Just-
wisdom check.
Straight up wisdom check.
Okay, there you go.
10.
And woohoo.
You catch just one single word. Approved. That'll bring us to Vicer.
Huh.
Vicer has used a lot of his spell slots, so we're going to not use any of the highest level ones, because we don't want to do that, because that would be just a shit move for him. He saw fire didn't work, so we're going to use Lightning Bolt. So he sees a line. He's going to take... He's going to use Careful Spell and hit these three. He's going to use some sorcery points not to hit his allies or the fallen angel, and use Lightning Bolt at 3rd level. Okay. Hot damn. Okay, so fails, and then I don't even think they can make it. Yep. Okay, so friggin' 31 points damage. Oh man. All of them. And as you see, he kind of like he's lining up, and he pulls it. He's getting his finger ready to point, and then he pulls his thumb up, touches the tip of his glasses down to his nose, and then pulls this lightning bolt down across, and then whips it forward in a point, and it just cracks through the large one to the south, and all of you inside of it, you're pulled up for a second before it splashes to the ground, just becoming water.
Thank God, there's one.
Let's see. He is going to bonus action quicken. He saw ice do damage. He's going to quicken a ray of frost against the injured Netricore that he's slowed. Wait, what is it? Isn't that a saving throw? Hold on one second. Oh, a 9. Let me see if that hits. Does not hit. Okay, so he misses on that. And then he's going to stay hidden in the corner like Vicer totally would. And that'll
No,
bring
but
us
that's
to...
showing the damage. That 9 is the 3d8.
Well, what the
it
hell is it?
rolled.
Hold on, one second.
Yeah, Ray
His
of
range
Frost is a ranged spell attack.
I don't know why I didn't cast it. Hold on, let's just do this then. Good point. Yeah, that'll fucking hit. All right, so 9 damage against the injured Netricore. And that'll bring us to Zadok.
So I have also seen that Frost do damage.
Yep.
Okay, then we are going to, since this guy is right here, hit it with my Frost Brand Rapier.
24 definitely hits.
Come on, where's my mouse? There it is. Boop.
So 8
So-
points.
Mhm.
Perfect.
And it does 2 cold damage.
2 cold damage.
And then I'm gonna hit it again.
11 doesn't hit. It's the one that's not slowed. So it would hit one of the slowed one though.
Yeah, for sure.
So as you swipe up, you do a nice cut through as it slices apart and comes back together. And then as it comes up and raises, you go to stab just a direct, just right through it, and it just opens up and then closes back down as you miss. Bonus action. Movement.
And nope. We're good.
All right. Blood scale.
I like another thing for me to swipe at. I can find that. Let's great weapon master.
Do it. 27 hits. Well, 22, but still. Yeah, 20 slashing. It's still standing.
30, because great weapon
30.
master.
Yeah, no. So as you just kind of, and you see as it dodges outside of, it forms this circle around. Like as you're pulling your rapiers out, you see this action, and as it does, it splashes and it hits against it, and it just splatters into this blood spot against the wall.
Gross.
Gonna shift.
Yep.
There, because I still have an attack, and now technically I have a bonus action attack.
Yep, for finishing one off.
Alright, so first things first. Normal attack.
23 hits.
Technically 18 because of the Great Weapon Master, but it's fine. I already know that hits.
Yeah, it hits. It's 27 points of damage. Yeah, definitely fucking
The
slash.
bonus action attack.
29 hits. 24. But yeah, it still hits. Another 28 points of damage. Yeah, you're slicing into these things now. You're finding the rhythm to just cut into them. And, yeah, you're doing some serious damage as you go through these. So that's action, bonus action, movement. Anything else? Do you want to move any more?
No.
Perfect. That'll bring us to Zilgrit.
This boy. Against something.
Wait a minute. Sorry. The Netricore that was attached to this got deleted, and so did the White Ma. I think their turn is before Zilgrat because he's at 0. So we're going to do their turns.
Were, yes.
Yeah. No, because he's at absolute 0. I think
Oh,
there was like 0.25 for the Ma. So this this Netricore. Oh, I gotta. No, I already rolled these. Never mind. So none of them get their blood puppeteering back. Nobody rolled a 6. So the one that you just fucked up is going to make a pseudopod attack against you. You can only make one, but a 24 with a Constitution saving throw. 23 definitely saves as it slaps against you for 4, reduced to 2 necrotic damage. This other slowed one is going to make its attack against Ulumfa. 10 does not get through Lumpha's armor. That one's blood puppeteering, so it has to wait for your turn to do its shit because it's puppeteering you. And that is all 3 of those. The White Ma is going to use its movement to shift over and make one pseudopod attack against... Let's roll that beautiful being damage. Sorry, Zephyr, this is a rough fight for you. Pseudopod attack against Zephyr. 20. Does that hit your transformed form without your shield because you're using your great sword?
Not.
All right.
Without the shield?
Right? Hang on, let me pull it up and.
Sure, because
Beyond.
you're at plate with shield, which should put you at 20, but using the great the great sword puts you without the shield at 18, I believe.
No, it says I'm at 22.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. Then it just meets. So meets or beats. So you take 33 points of damage, 27 bludgeoning, 6 acid as the pseudopod reaches out. You guys watch as it shifts. The one part of it just reaches out, smacks Zephyr, and then pulls itself forward, consuming both Zephyr and Cento. And that'll bring us to Zilgrid.
So I do take damage.
Yeah, 33.
Ripley, I swear to God. Sorry, I'm not trying to throw you roughly, but Jesus.
No, it's perfect. I enjoy this.
That was good. All right,
Yeah.
Zilgrid. What are we doing?
I'm working on that. Can I, even though Uza is technically in the maw being controlled, can he see him?
Yeah, you can see him. It's translucent.
Okay. Checking something. He's gonna try. It's slightly dumb, but he's gonna try.
Okay.
That's only 15. For Uza, he's gonna cast Enhance ability. For Bear's Endurance, giving Uza advantage on Constitution checks and 10 temporary hit points.
Yeah, you guys watch this. Zergot runs up and he just plunges his hand into and grabs Uza, like almost like on the neck here, and he's like, "You have the strength to resist this. Show them the man that you are." And then you see this flash of holy light as the spell takes place and his hand pops out of the white maw. Bear's Endurance has been applied to Uza and not the ooze.
Yay. Ooze, not the Uza, not the ooze. Also, it's gonna be really embarrassing when I fail these next 2 checks.
Yes, but honestly, that's gonna be the boy's turn because that was an action.
Perfect. All right, so the Netricore blood puppeteering Uza is going to make a dagger attack against Zilgrit.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, wait, and then being inside of the white maw, you take a pseudopod attack, so you take, oh my god,
Oh, fuck me.
36
Good thing I gave you those
plus
10 hit
16 points of damage.
I'm gonna use my reaction to have that.
You're not in control of your body. You can't.
Didn't say anything. I can't even do reactions.
I don't believe so. I wouldn't see any reason you could,
Cool.
because you're being telepathically controlled.
Yep.
It's not even telepath. You're being bloodbended at this
Yeah,
point, dude.
yeah. You're so you take full damage from that.
Sweet.
Sorry.
That's he's the deep.
All right, and then yeah, go and roll an attack against against Zilgrit with sneak attack because the uses are close. 30 will hit.
Yeah.
33 points of damage against Zilgrit. Go and mark it, and
Take
then
his shadow. It's funny.
they don't know about it, so they can't.
I know, I'm just
they're-
yelling it because it's funny to me.
They're gonna leave you where you're at, and then go ahead and make your Constitution saving throw with advantage. 19 saves. So like you guys watch as Uza stabbing into Zilgrat, who just, it's funny because Zilgrat, like, he goes to block, and as it stabs in, he just kind of looks and he just nods to Uza as Uza just, you see Uza's entire body like flex as this just like cat with a hairball, full body flex, pukes up the Netricore that's still warbling around him, but no longer blood controlling him.
Achoo! Bless you.
That'll bring us to Sento, who's starting his turn
Might
inside
wanna
of the
have
white
that
maw.
looked at, mate.
16 to hit. Does that hit, Sento?
Misses.
Misses. So
And Sento is gonna use his action to push Zephyr the fuck out of this thing.
perfect. Zephyr, do you resist being pushed?
No.
Perfect. Zephyr, yeah. So is Zephyr, you are fully just kicked out of the ooze as you're pushed out from Sento. Movement,
Then
bonus action.
as a bonus action, he is going to Misty Step. Let's put him here,
Perfect. All right.
and
Misty
that's his
Step.
turn.
Excellent. That'll bring us to Lumpha.
She's gonna wreck it.
Perfect. I'm assuming the Netricore closest.
Yes.
Perfect. Roll them beautiful attacks. 15 hits. 15. Oh, actually, that first strike, as this record kind of like it's pulling itself up to this like ooze like skeleton and getting ready to jump forward again, and Illumpha just strikes into the head, spins it around, and as she does the twist, all of a sudden the ooze lets loose and it splatters blood across the ground.
And then she's moving here, and that second attack's going right here.
Against that other Netricore or the White Maw?
The Netricore.
Perfect. Second one stabs in, and again, she just you guys watch as she stabs into the gray ooze, but the gray ooze pulls aside. And she stabs the Netricore inside, and as she pulls the spear out, it collapses in, and just a blood stain inside of the White Maw remains as she destroys the Netricore.
I can reach this guy without moving, right?
Absolutely.
So Final attack.
19 hits.
And
And
then
another
she's also
17.
gonna bonus action hit with the Spirit Blade.
Perfect. Roll it. 26 hits, another 9 points of damage. As it slices into this gigantic ooze.
Crit on nothing.
Yeah,
Ah,
no advantage,
stupid
unfortunately.
lag.
And that'll bring us to Zephyr.
Hi, TJ.
Zephyr, I am going to slash at the white maw.
Perfect. Roll it. Yeah, those all hit. Hey, Mockery's back. All right, cool. Yeah, all those hits. So 18, 27 points of slashing damage. So as the last, so you guys watch this, Zephyr, she pulls the blade down and then rakes it across the floor, and it comes up with a big, gigantic slice as the use wobbles up and then pulls it across and creates like this cross as it's starting to fall apart to the side. And then she just stabs directly in onto the cross, into the center of it, and then pulls up with this mighty heave. And as she's pulling up on the center, like the whole ooze lifts off the ground for a second before shattering and falling into water all around. Brings to Visair. Welcome back.
Don't use fire.
Stuff is
Yeah,
happening.
What's happening?
So, oozes came out of the walls, and they've been blood puppeteering Uza. The last one remaining is swirling around Uza on the outside of him, but is no longer inside of him, making him do things like stab his friends.
Don't use fire.
And you know fire is not
no
good.
worky.
No good for fire. Does it seem? Have we been fighting it for a little while, or
Yeah, it's been damaged. It's not like it's not
what is it?
full. It's like this blood-colored ooze that kind of glows and undulates around. The occasional like skull appearing, and it's like blackened.
We've already killed like 7
Fleshes.
things. There's like one little baby left.
Yeah.
Can I use shape water to trap it in a cube?
You roll an Arcana check.
We need something that's inside of it that they've only been dropping when they're killed.
With a 10, you'd know that oozes aren't really susceptible to shape water.
Okay.
Ice works good.
I'm gonna cast magic missile from my cloak.
Perfect. Roll it. All right,
I believe
so
I get 3 darts, so that's 1.
at level 5, I think you get more than 3.
I'm not casting it at level 5. Oh no, they're already. At
The
level
robe's
5.
auto 5, yeah. Yeah, so 8, 11, 15, 18. Is that all?
Yeah, right? Is it 5? I don't know. I didn't cast it at 5th level. So,
Cast it.
5th
Oh.
level, yeah. So it's 7 overall, actually. at
7.
level
Okay, yeah, you've got 3 more. 2, 7, 10. Another 10 damage. So you release these bolts and oh, what the fuck? Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, as you guys watch as like this as it undulates, like every once in a while it'll pop up, and Visair, you just see Visair as he kind of pulls 2 fingers across 5, and as he pulls a star off the robe and draws it across his fingers, you see he holds 5 tiny star points across one hand and 2 in the other, and then just releases them outwards. You see they fly around, and they're diving around all of you, and as each time like any little bit pops up, it just slaps them off of Uza. Eventually the last one peering right next to his head, and it hits, blasting it off of Uza as it just splatters blood all around you, Uza. And that brings us to the end of the fight.
Nice.
Mage hand to gather up the legs.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Mage Hand, you pick up all of the legs.
Sorry, Theo.
The-
There's golden scorpion legs inside each of the monsters, and the angel dude has a legless scorpion body in his hand. For context.
All right. Perfect. So I'm going to grab a drink real quick as we've just ended battle. I'll be right back.
Woohoo, gotta love fucking magic missile, man.
Yeah.
Dude, I
You
just-
also
think
you
we
also
need
were
to end-
very effective with slow as usual.
The most overpowered spell in the game.
So great. You got 7 out of 8 of them, or I guess it was
Damn.
6 out of 7 because one was dead by then. But still, you got them
Gnarly.
all.
Okay.
Except for one, made it safe.
It's funny.
Yeah, you. Woof. Yeah, those Netricore, they had reactions they weren't able to use. They all had 10-foot it was going to be much worse, but
Nope.
nope.
Wake up the angel dude.
All right, so to wake him up, go ahead and
As
make a
you-
medicine check.
Before you do that, Uza's gonna come over and slap a potion of superior healing in your hand.
I'll take it.
Do you want to?
Thanks.
Are you taking it in your orc form or your regular form?
I am not taking it now.
Perfect. Okay.
She's saving it for when she's in regular form, I believe is what she said.
Yes.
Mark it in your inventory.
Well, I gave her a potion and not a cure wounds.
So you guys
Your potion.
watch as Zadok, as you receive the potion, you see Zadok has he psychically pulled
Superior, right?
Yes.
Superior. Yep.
has psychically pulled all 6 of these golden scorpion legs, and they're kind of floating in your hand, Zadok, like right above it,
Yeah.
not touching.
Can we get that before we wake this asshole up? Can we get the actual body out of his hand?
Yeah, who wants to?
Possibly with another person's mage hand.
What do you need? I'll mage hand. What do we need?
So you see Vicer, he reaches out and pulls up the body of this golden scorpion, missing all 8 legs.
Cool. Now, if you want to try to wake him up, go for it.
All right, medicine check 12. So you kind of search, and it looks like most of the damage has been done to the wings, and so kind of knowing a little bit about how the bodies work, you kind of wrap the chest right across the sternum, and you see the angel's eyes pop open, a pale blue light in the place of irises and pupils. He looks to you, breathing heavily. Did you slay them?
Yes, we did.
Be wary of the legs if you have magical blood.
Be what?
Wary of
legs.
the legs if you have magical blood.
Oh, right. That's good advice for me, I think.
That's why I didn't want anyone actually touching things.
What consists of magical blood?
Basically, it varies a lot, but usually it means any blood that has benefits beyond transporting oxygen. So like psychic, dragonborn, sorcerer, druid, like basically if you have access to magic, it's probably in your blood.
Ah, I see.
Technically, blood scales is not in his blood. It's due to weird deals.
You are of a
Uzo
draconic
was-
bloodline. Before you even got the deals, you had access to a breath weapon.
Uzo,
No,
step
breath
forward.
weapon is actually a physical ability.
Yeah, but it's magical in nature.
No, it's not.
There's pouches.
Yeah, it's pretty much that.
It's not a
How do-
gland.
how do you
It's
have a
it's a
pouch
full on
of lightning?
magical.
I'm
It's a
looking
it's
this
a
up,
it's a.
I'm
ma-
pretty sure
I just-
that they
I know
are.
There's a
there's, like,
draconic
demonic
soul
sorcerers.
bloodline. Yeah, dragon's blood goes for dragons.
Dragon's blood is magical.
Dragonborn.
Yeah, dragons is magical.
Right. So Uza, you step forward. What do you do?
It's the dragon breath is not magical because you can use it in an anti-magic zone.
Right, but your blood, it's the bloodline.
Your
thing.
blood
it's
is-
not
Yeah.
it's not the ability itself,
No,
it's the bloodline.
I
That's the thing.
I'm still gonna look at it. Keep going.
Perfect. No, if you come up with something, I'm more than willing to bend on this. I'm not never been a stick in the mud for this. So, Uza, you've stepped forward. What would you like to do?
Well, I'm going to take 18 seconds to give myself 3 different things of healing hands to maximize their healing.
Okay, excellent. Wow, well rolled, motherfucker.
Well, yeah. I've been rolling really great all night. It's just been against my friends.
Yeah, Vicer,
For me, so I'm not mad.
you missed it. He was being blood puppeted to stab people. It was oof.
And it's
He was
some of the best sneak
beating
attack that
the
I've rolled.
Shit out of me.
Let it be a lesson to y'all.
I'm fine. I didn't get hit at all. Did I?
I'll step forward. Like, I don't think I have magical blood. My wings give me flight.
What do we
My
need to
power
do?
comes from a. We need to put them on the body, right?
We don't know that specifically.
We
It
can
seems
mage hand
like a
everything.
thing, but
Oh, hold on. I'll ask the angel. Why couldn't you do it?
You see, he looks down at his hands and his now no longer bleeding wings. He's like, "For I was made of a god, and with a god created magical blood. The celestial power is magical as well. The blessings had a toll in this room. I apologize. I am not of more use. My name is Amnayel, and I have been here for so long. The key goes against all whose blood carries a gift. And the more I fought, the more the oozes took. The more every time I tried to place a leg, it rebounded and hit me back.
Well, I'll try one.
Perfect. So you're going to describe what you do.
I'll take. The scorpion body's hovering, right?
No, it's currently hovering above Vicer's hand,
Okay.
and the legs
I
are
will-
hovering above Zarek.
I will take the body.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna back up to a corner, away from everybody with magic blood, and place one of the legs in it. Probably the one that's on the ground near where that shithead got inside me.
Okay, so as you place the you go to place very carefully the leg, and as you do, the leg suddenly turns to acid, and the statue turns to acid in your hands and pours over you. You take 9 points of acid damage as it congeals again into a gold statue at the floor, leg not
Cool.
attached.
Ulu.
Drop that on the floor.
Ulu
Ulu?
is going to do this.
Okay. So Ulu goes over, picks up kind of tosses the body in one hand, bends down, picks up the leg, and almost as if it was magnetic, it flaps into place.
Okay, she's gonna finish doing it.
Bada bing.
All right, so Ulu goes through, picks up each of the legs, and then slides them into place. And then, which direction are you guys headed?
I'll probably fuck this up too. East.
East. Okay. So as as she places the last leg, the scorpion starts to animate and then kind of starts walking around her hand, and she kind of moves it, keeping it always on the top. And then as she walks over to the east, she places her hand in front of the doorway there, and the scorpion crawls up and then climbs up the wall into the gargoyle's mouth. And you see the gargoyle's eyes flash gold as the two doorways come together and become one.
All right, hold up before we go.
And then it's at that point the angel's like, "Please, may I come with you? I have nothing left but revenge, and I must see it done. Helm demands something from me, and I will redeem myself.
Helm?
I was sent here to save one of the Helmites that were dwelled, and I have failed in that. I cannot fail again. Please let me come with you.
You
Yeah,
have
you're
to
coming
promise
with.
not to interfere with anything we're doing, and you can't attack until after we're already in a battle.
I promise to follow the orders you give me. I promise if you are here to save me, if you are here seeking those who've done wrong against Helm and the followers of, then I will listen and I will find my retribution through your orders. I would pledge myself to you. And he kind of kneels at that point and puts his head down. The bloody stumps of his wings coming up about here as his head is down.
Are you even like able to go?
As
Can
long
I
as
insight
if I,
check this?
yeah, go and roll an insight check.
Somebody have good wisdom.
I
Uh,
do.
You're the character who thought of it, so roll your insight check. If anybody else wants to roll one, go and roll yours as well.
I trust him. I
Yeah.
trust him forever.
He seems
Actually,
like he's telling the
due
truth.
to
Yeah,
due to
17.
What he
He's-
is. There's one more coming.
Sure.
He rolled poor.
No, he seems genuine. He seems like he's being honest. He desperately wants not to have failed in where he was sent.
You were here to save Crayoran, right?
I was not given a name. I was supposed to find them. Instead, I've been in this room. I was
We
tricked.
found them. It's taken care of. And we're going to take care of everyone else once this is done. But hand me your wings.
Cannot look at them. And he closes his
We'll get
eyes.
them back later. And I grab them up and I motion for the bag of holding.
It's already open.
Perfect.
And
Add
it
angel
in there.
wings. Add 2 angel wings to your bag of holding.
All right, that still didn't answer my question though. Are you able to go?
As far as I know, yes. If there's nothing binding me here.
No. If I punch you in the face right now, are you just gonna fall over, passed out?
I am injured, but I will give you my best.
What can you do?
He kind of, you see there is a mace at his hip. He kind of pulls it and kind of hefts it. He's like, I have my mace and I have some of the might of Helm still within me. Since the magic has not left me and I know
You have-
Helm would not.
Is your magic healing? Is it attack based? Is it status ailments? What? Come on, I need to know what we're working with here.
I came as an avenging angel to defeat the enemies. Redemption and
you alone.
I'm here to attack and destroy the enemies. But I found myself wanting.
So like holy damage, or like you
Yes.
fire out your hands, or
You found yourself wanting? Are we gonna have to worry about you wanting to do something weird?
It is a way of saying that I failed, without saying that I failed.
I'm
Right,
dumb,
but
but
we
still.
just want to know how you attack, how you fight. What's your fighting style?
Normally, I would have taken to the air and dove bomb, attacking with my mace and flying out of harm's way, but that is lost to me.
Okay, so
now-
you're flying, smack thing, fly out.
That was my previous. But I will adapt.
Okay.
I promise I will not be a burden to you.
All right, before we go through this door,
You can't heal his wings.
Not without using a high level
current.
I
spell.
would have to use a
Like regenerate.
8th level?
regeneration spell, and
and
I'm
she would have
sorry,
to lose her shift because she's currently orc form.
We'll do it at some point, but not
Yes, that's why we put them in the
but I'm
bag.
saving it for Mesnos.
Okay. Before we go through this door, Uza,
Hmm.
how many rooms?
This should be it.
What?
So you're telling me Black Dragon, possibly Black Dracolich, is through this goddamn door?
I mean, I thought it was gonna be this room, but yes, definitely the next one because the directions stop. So I mean,
Directions stop.
unless it's like a big ass hallway with only one way to go and no like. There's no more different doors. That's what I know.
Into the maze.
End of the maze. Also,
Drop my.
Yeah.
I
Hey,
was
remember how we
checking.
were all passed without a trace so that we'd be sneaky when we came in here?
Remember how Zilgert was silenced so that he could like not clank around?
Whoops. My bad.
Fucking whoops.
Fucking
No, I mean, again,
whoops.
based on your understanding of the directions, that seemed our best course of action.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be a big room with 4 more exits, but with a
Unfortunately,
dragon
we'd have
in
to
it.
lose Orc in order to do that, and I don't think we need to lose Orc right now.
I thought correct me if I'm
Lose
wrong,
my
it's been a
orc.
minute, but I thought the Dracolich was in kind of like an arena that we were told about that wasn't specifically on the path to Menelephis.
Actually, knowing Menelephis, this leads directly into the arena, and he's up in the stupid fucking stands watching like an asshole.
Very valid.
Yeah.
Because that seems like something that he would do. Figuring we just had an angel with busted fucking wings, and he busted Zephyr's wings.
Alright, guys. I'm gonna have to drop orc form because if I don't and heal myself, I am going to be a one-hit wonder. Like, one hit away
Like,
from
yeah,
Well,
the opposite.
hold
of
on.
that.
going down.
No,
Before
we
we
can
do
just
that, because
heal your Orc up.
you're not going to get as many hit points out of potions and whatnot without expending major resources as your orc. But looking at my notes for the bag of holding, because I was adding angel wings in there, we've got a bunch of potions in here.
Yeah, we
in
do.
There. There's 2
Okay.
graders, and there's a superior. So let's take those out and distribute them so that we're not fishing in the bag of holding for 'em.
We also have this. There's also a Supreme,
Supreme
and
you now.
so
Damn it.
2 regulars, 2 graders. There's a Supreme, and a Superior, and oh hey look, 2 more regulars because I was doing this on purpose.
Let's see. Ulu will take.
4 regulars, 2 graders, a Superior, and a Supreme.
Ulu's gonna take a greater.
Perfect. Roll it.
Who's just going to take a grader for later?
Okay,
Pocket.
what is
Right
you
in
it?
guys.
inventory.
What do you roll for it again? Sorry.
What's that? Sorry.
For a greater healing.
Oh, good healing is let me pull it up. 44 plus 4.
So 48.
4.
D4 plus 4.
All right, so that's
And that's
it
the
for the
grader.
graders. So I'm going to take the graders off the bag of holding list.
Perfect. Add them to your individual inventories.
And then who wanted the superior?
Zilgert's pretty beat the fuck up.
He's not
We
having
need
a
to
good
get
time.
everybody close to.
So here's
Not a bad idea for a tank to have a quick, huge heal, though.
that's true.
Whatever you guys want to do.
You know, Bloodscale, you're almost down to 3rd.
What?
Yeah,
Only
but-
down 1/3, not down to a third, I should say.
Yeah, but if you get smacked by a dragon, I mean, or a Draco Lich,
We're
You
gonna
need to make sure you're getting smacked by a dragon so the squishies don't.
I know my rage would have faded due to time.
Yep.
all right,
that your last
we'll
one?
give Bloodscale the big fucking, since he's gonna be taking hits. Like this is gonna happen, right? Like,
Yeah.
So we still have 1 superior left. Who wants that one?
See, the Zilgert is at 56. Don't believe his thing. 56 out of 135.
He
Oh
is
god,
looking
yeah. He
fucked
needs
up.
all right, so let's do it. We'll give that to Zilgrid then.
He also is a tank with an armor class of 19. So I mean,
Yeah, he's
Dragon's gonna beat that to shit.
he's also
You know.
a cleric with some healing.
yeah,
Some.
I was debating whether wait till after dragon or blow it now.
Let's say we blow it when we need it.
Yeah. It'll
'Cause I can
cost a
also-
turn.
It's a bonus action for yourself.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
No, I meant his
Really?
healing spells.
Oh, yeah.
Well, there's also the option to rest here for a second if we don't think that there's going to be any more against us.
Yeah.
I leave this up to
Time
you.
is a
'Cause
concern, but I think he's got a good point.
we are not looking
sprint and-
entirely amazing.
A rest can get what? Visair, a couple spell slots. Mia Rage, Zephyr transformations back,
Can we
and hit points.
take a long rest?
The angel can probably get hit points as well. Sorry, Omniel can
would.
probably get angels as well.
I would be able to heal myself a small amount if it would not.
Up.
It has been long since I've been outside of battle, but I would like to wage battle at full strength. But I trust whatever you tell me.
We need to be at full capacity here. I don't want to wait anymore, but if we go rocked, we're gonna die.
I'll
He's
bring it up.
not gonna kill He's not gonna kill Mesnos because he's impatient.
Well, there is the also we were given a hero's feast.
Yay!
Shit, were we?
Let's do that.
That was
we?
it was one of the gifts that was given to us. That this might not be the worst time to eat that if we are going up against the dragon. I'll bring it up because
Fucking A,
I know
yeah.
it's been weeks since you guys got that. So.
I forgot we had that. I don't even remember where we got
We
it.
did too.
Yeah, I think we do a short rest with the Hero's Feast, and because I don't think we're gonna be able to pull off a long rest.
I blew
What
those
does
3
Heroes Feast
fucking
get us
healing
to?
hands.
So here we go. Yeah, you guys got the healing feast. It was a small token given to you before you guys went into the. It was part of the demon gave you like this small like table. As being part of the family, and so Zephyr, at this point, you pull this small table, and as you kind of look into it, you see that there's infernal on it, and it just says, "Speak the last name of your true family."
No offense, guys. You're all great, but Guile. Because my family's my family. Like, Visair loves his dad.
Nifsit.
Nothing
Nothing
happens as
happens.
you say, Nifset.
He's
As you say, Oosterneck, it spins out of your hand and then floats into the air, and then spins in front of you for a second before it expands into this magnificent feast table full of food and drink.
Did mine not work?
Nope.
No, 'cause it's not for you.
Oh, okay.
It was.
good.
It was.
Plus,
it was-
Sale is gonna slap Visair on the back. Go, look, we're like brothers, but you can have your own last name, dude. It's fine.
I was just trying to help.
Just letting you know, you're good.
No, yeah, I figured.
Um,
I wasn't nervous about it. I was just, trying to help.
Perfect. So,
Yeah, y'all are great. Love
you guys dig into this feast, and it is even more delicious than the stuff that you get in the tent.
Bye. Glad.
It has an extra special kick to it, and so you all you guys are
Visair
cured of.
refuses to recognize it the whole time. It's good, but it's not, It's
So,
tan good.
good, but
Zephyr
We're
rolled,
doing a short rest, right?
and
So I
then
dropped
Let,
my
let Ty finish what he was saying.
so Zephyr roll 2d10, and then all of your hit point maximum will go up by this for the next 24 hours. You have advantage on. Oh, okay. So you guys get 9 extra points, and then you are immune to poison and frightened. And then all of your wisdom
Yay.
saving throws will be made at advantage. Anybody who is poisoned or diseased or anything, you are cured of all those things. So mark them down, remember them. I will forget, not on purpose. I'm just letting you know. So you guys eat this hero's feast of the Uthronik, and it is delicious. It takes an hour. Do you invite
The angel.
Yeah.
Amnael to join you?
Yes.
Perfect. So Amnael, he sits and he eats his alongside of you, and he's solemn, quiet, just looking at the food, eating it. He doesn't.
Shit,
seem
wait,
to
that's
get...
our maximum that goes up.
Yeah, your maximum.
I'm
goes
sorry,
up.
I interrupted.
No, you're good. Yeah, you see, he has kind of a solemn look, and he eats slower than the rest of you. And even the joist taste of this food not breaking through the loss, the melancholy that hangs heavy on his shoulders.
Alright, get ready for a bunch of hit dice to just start spamming the
Yep.
chat.
Yeah.
you guys-
And Brandy, did you put that potion in Zilgrit's inventory? I want to make sure it's in there before I delete it off the bag.
Which one did we give him?
Superior.
Cool.
Superior attack.
So, I'm sorry, I'm just making a note for myself. We're
Yeah.
immune to fear?
Immune to fear and poison. It's frightened, not fear. Immune to frightened and poison. And you had advantage on wisdom saving throws.
Damn it, Jessica. Sorry. She's swatting at the boy.
Ah, okay, good.
Do
Do
you
I get any
have
spell
a
slots back
weapon?
for this?
Short rest.
He has a big old mace on his side.
Yeah, he has a mace. Like it's the mace with the kind of like the chain, and the mace does kind of glow with this light from the interior. It's like a cage of a mace with like a kind of glowing center. Make a Constitution saving throw for Sento.
Oh, good.
Perfect. Okay. You guys watch as Sento pulls up one of his trinkets, and it's this small, like, it's just this small figurine, almost looks like it's made of crystal, and he rolls it across his fingers and then rolls it back. And you see for a moment he holds it like he's going to crush it in his hands, and then he puts it back on his belt. God damn, you fucking rollers.
27.
Ty, I just wanted to check. For the feast and the short rest, do I get any spell slots or sorcery points back?
I believe you get sorcery points out. Let me pull up your... I forget what you get on a short rest. One moment. If you're in D&D Beyond and you hit the short rest, it'll tell you what you get back. So you get... no, you only get your hit dice back. I don't think you get anything else
Okay.
from a short
I
rest.
was afraid of that.
Sorry,
Alright.
bud.
No, no. Having a half-loaded bazooka is still not the worst thing.
You're not wrong. All right, so you guys...
He's at his normal max now. That's great.
Fuck yeah, okay. And then I appreciate you guys. I do, as a DM, appreciate you guys going through the individual dice rolling and everything. Like, instead of just going, "Oh, max, I used all of them." Fuck it. That's it's really nice to see.
29.
So
Just
also
curious.
looking through the notes of the bag of holding, we have dust of disappearance.
What?
Yeah, you guys have had that
Yeah.
for a while.
Is there anyone that wants to use that before we
Yes,
go
me.
into this?
Are you serious? I could get a sneak attack fucking sunburst up. No,
Has to target one thing in order to be able for your sneak attack.
yeah, like we could actually,
Actually-
if he's behind this door,
Actually, because when you use it, you throw the dust in the air, you and each creature within 10 feet of you become invisible for 2d4 minutes, so we might be able to go.
We could just get everybody.
2d4 minutes.
Well, the worst is 2 minutes. The best
Yeah,
would be
just
8
like,
minutes.
If he's not behind that door, will we get screwed? But if he does,
Well,
yeah, I'm screwed.
I mean,
There is a thing. Having something ready and having something in the bag of holding are two different things. Who should hold this thing in order to use it? That might be the
Yeah.
real question.
I'll take the dust of disappearance and stand in the middle of the group. I can fling
Hold
that
on.
fast as fuck, boy.
Oh,
Hold on.
because
Quick hands.
you
Hold
move.
on. Before we do this, I need to attempt to see if that would even work. Bloodscale is going to sit down with his axe in front of him, just staring into the eye.
Okay.
Blink once if you think it'll be able to see through this. Blink twice if you think invisibility will work.
Which dragon are you focused on communicating
I
with?
only have the white one available
Only white.
at the moment.
Ooh, I have to roll for that, actually.
I think immolation is the only skill I have.
I think the white one would know a lot about the black one, actually.
As long as you're hitting the Dracolich with that and not Menelephus, it's still gonna do some massive damage.
Ask
Even
your
with-
question again.
Blink once if it's going to see through
Oh.
invisibility. Blink
saving
twice if invisibility is going to work.
It blinks once.
So the white dragon in my brain is telling me that invisibility is not going to work, guys.
Yeah, it's probably too
Alright.
too hopeful. You know, hold it, keep it on hand anyway. You might be able to surprise him just in case. Hell, we might be able to make something else disappear and confuse him for a second. I don't even know.
I don't know.
Uh,
Like, hey, Menelephus, where's your friend? And when he looks for that second, we can fucking slap him.
Well, I
add-
can't just freely cast Pass Without a Trace, and we'll see how well we do.
Can you
I like
cast as an orc with your staff absorbed into the orc?
I dropped my form because to do the short rest so I could get my forms back and heal.
it's
Yeah,
true.
yeah,
Yeah, just.
Great. Well, you know, if we use these in tandem, though, like if we're invisible on top of passing without a trace, like they won't be able to hear us or see us, which, you know,
I have a feeling
we
it's going to
should-
be able to see us no matter what.
you're probably right. But if we, you know, if we sneak in and see them, we might be able to use the dust as a way of, like, I don't know, giving ourselves a slight advantage at least. Will it help us get on stealth rolls if we're invisible? I assume it will, but
Yeah, yeah. So
Advantage,
visibility does give
technically.
you advantage.
Well,
And it gives
here's a
them
question I have for
disadvantage to
Ty.
see you. Yeah.
Does this work? Because it doesn't mention anything about losing this invisibility if we attack. Or is it stay like? Is it just the
It's
invisibility?
regular
itself?
invisibility. It's not greater invisibility.
Okay.
Figured
I'd ask.
Let me pull up Dust of Invisibility to be absolutely certain. It does sound correct, but
'Cause it seems a little OP to be greater, but you know,
yeah.
we're
hold
in
on
hell,
one
and I'm gonna
second.
ask.
I'm in hell. Gonna ask.
Yep.
Sorry,
It
you did.
says
No.
specifically, if a creature affected by the dust attacks or casts a spell, the invisibility ends for that creature.
Okay. All right.
And now, when you are invisible, for you guys know, the aid of a special or magical sense, for the purpose of hiding the creature, is heavily obscured. The creature's location cannot be detected by any noise it makes or any tracks it leaves. Attack rolls against the creature have disadvantage, and the creature's attack rolls have advantage. That's what invisibility does.
Nice.
But if it doesn't work against something that, like if it can see invisibility, then it doesn't
Then it
matter.
does
We might as
nothing.
well save it. Yeah, I just saw it in there and figured I'd throw it. It's
Sure.
literally been in
Good to
there
know.
for.
Blood scale
Years.
is back to full.
It really has. Perfect.
Oh, I gotta give Sento his +9.
Okay,
Yeah.
but we had
Oh, can Sento eat the hero's feast?
Yeah, up to 12
Yeah.
creatures.
No, that's not why I was asking. I'm not.
Oh,
familiar
hold
with-
on one second. One moment. That is an actually amazingly good question.
Other reasons.
What happened?
Give me 1 second. I'll let you know in
Due,
just a
due to
second.
what Sento is/isn't, he might not be able to eat this at all. I believe is what it is.
Yeah, and I'm
Going on.
technically none of us know. The only reason I know is because character sheet.
Yes, that was Brandon.
You know what I would say? No. It would be able to eat it because it is a magically created feast from a spell. So
Good.
you guys would see, instead of eating, in front of him, there are some more of these little tokens and treasures, whether it be a small coin, like a lost, like a small doll, just these small trinkets and treasures lost along the way. You see he picks one up and looking into it, he crushes it, and you see this kind of like small magical, like almost mist burst out of it, and you see he kind of like inhales, and it pulls in through the mask as he eats the magically summoned feast in front of him.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Ain't that something new? Is it rude if I ask is it rude if I just ask what just happened there? You don't have to answer if it is. I'm just curious.
No, it's you're allowed to ask, of course. You have more than earned my trust at this point. There are certain things that you trade when you become part of the Flynn Order. There are things that change. There are, in exchange for power, you trade things like what you hunger for. This, and he pulls up another one and crushes it and inhales it. He's like, the spell has provided me with something to satiate my hunger as it has you. I feed off the psychic energy of things. I crave it. It is part of the deal that I made to become part of the Flynn Order. It makes me harder to kill. It makes me a better at everything that I do, but there's a cost. That is why I collect these. And he points to his belt and shows you like all of the trinkets that he has. And they have many uses for me, but the main thing that I bring them for when I'm on a job is so that I do not become an inconvenience to my customers.
Your snack pack, is it?
In so many words, you are correct.
Alright, I like it.
All right. Before we wrap up, anybody got any armor?
There's studded leather in the bag
Spare
of holding.
armor.
We have that shield thing, the magic shield,
Spell
The
shield?
spell shield.
spell shield. I can't use it because it'll fuck me up.
I thought I was using it, but didn't
I
we
thought you
switch
traded
out?
it out for a different shield or
Yeah, you have the
got that
thorn shield.
from the helm person.
You had to attune to it in order to open the door, so you have the thorn shield.
Could reattune if you wanted
Briar
your spell
shield.
shield back.
Yeah.
Armor. We can toss studded leather armor and a fucking shield at this shirtless angel.
Then we won't be able to see those wicked abs.
Yeah, but then he might not fall over as fast.
Yeah,
Let's
as long
go.
as I can get the shield back after, I don't mind.
That is if you want it.
If you feel I am worthy of such a thing, I would greatly appreciate the help.
With that mace, you use it one-handed or two-handed.
It versatile. You can definitely see it's one of those 1d8.
Yes, but I'm talking preference here.
Oh, I would. I usually strike with one hand in order to, but sometimes with two, depending on the fury and the call from helm.
Yeah, well, if you had a shield, so
With
you
a
can only
shield.
swing with one.
I would not decry the difference between the two.
So, question. Let me know if this is, well, let me rephrase this in a non-metagaming way. If all we're giving him is studded leather and a shield, is that going to stop a dragon attack? Do we want to prioritize the little bit of armor? Or do we want to prioritize the damage?
Well, it's a spell shield, and if this thing is now
true.
a form of a lich, it's going to shoot some spells.
That's very fair. Never mind. I rescind my previous statement. And would also offer, if you do any kind of range stuff, I have bracers of archery that I literally cannot get rid of.
Oh my
If you
god.
want.
That is hilarious. Let me pull up his character sheet here real quick. The range that I have is I can only do once a day, and these braces would not help with that.
Fair enough.
Is
First.
although none of you seem injured now, I can help with that during the battle.
That's good.
Alright.
So let's give him the shield
Sorry.
and the studded leather armor.
He has a flail, not a mace. I apologize. It's a flail.
Okay.
I don't have a flail, but I do flail.
And I'm gonna remove the studded leather armor from the bag of holding.
Perfect. So you guys are giving him the studded leather armor and then the shield. Spell shield.
The spell
Okay.
shield. The bracers and archery too, right?
And since
You can't use
he
it.
doesn't
need them.
have anything then. Is it?
As you
Since the
say-
hero's feast, what takes an hour? That should be plenty of time to attune.
Yep. Yeah. He'll spend his time eating and attuning. Let me check one thing about the spell shield real quick. Okay. No, that should work. Okay. And then perfect. Okay. Cool. Yeah. He takes. You see, he covers them sweet abs with these new studded armor, and has the shield in one hand. Now looking a lot more ready for battle than just a half-naked dude with a flail.
Sorry, I had a quick question, Ty.
Yeah.
The monocle of did the monocle of clarity get bound to the Octarine Mask of Casting, or is it still separate? 'Cause I might have a
You
monocle that
had
should give me
those.
angel-
No, you had those fused together to get the benefit into your mask. Your
Okay.
yeah. So they're both one, so you can't give him that,
Okay.
unfortunately.
The idea of handing him a monocle was just.
I mean, you would still have the non-magical monocle you can give him, like, because it'd be stripped of its properties.
That's okay.
Okay.
And then we still have immolation in Faf's collar ring, right?
Yes, that was the last thing you put in there.
Okay, great.
All right.
And I have a technical question.
Sure.
When we were in the lava room, and I was going to use my breath weapon to shield the party from heat, and then I felt force coming up, did I choke it back down, or did I spit it against the wall?
No, you choked it back down, so you still have that charge.
Good. I might
And-
have the white yell at this fucking black one.
And remember, we did change your breath weapon.
Racist sounding. I'm talking about dragons. A white dragon yelling at a black dragon, not a
So-
white. You know what I mean.
And don't forget, your breath weapon is no longer once a day. It's your proficiency modifier per day. That got upgraded
that
as well.
is- Holy fuck, that's way more, guys. That's like, holy fuck more, guys. Like, holy
Yeah.
shit, guys. Like, that's a lot.
Well, at level 15, you shouldn't be once a day with that. And that was one of the things that they're talking about changing overall for Dragonborn, and I really liked it. So once you got the white, you got
I
that.
do this 5 times a day now. That's way better than just.
What happened?
So the Dragonborn basically it lets it scale with the usage scales with your level now. So your proficiency modifier, you can use it equal to that rather than just once a day, because once a day you never use
once
it.
a day.
You never use it. You save it too much, or you use it. It's just not satisfying. And so I liked this idea of making it
It's great when you're level 1, 2, or 3, but after that, it kind of peters.
exactly.
Yeah, but
So
I can use it 5 times a day.
yeah, that was one of the things that you got when you attuned to the white. When you gathered the white, I should say. And so
And then going back, what else happened when we were in that lava room with the gargoyles on the nightmares,
yeah.
and it was really hot. I was gonna use the ice breath weapon because brain goes, it's a white dragon, it's ice, so I'm gonna cool it down in here for us. And then I felt, oh, that's not ice, and I choked it back.
Yep. Yeah, you were, because you would be super, like, the ice would be the thing you're most familiar with, and not feeling that coming up, you would feel this pure magical force damage coming and building behind the breath weapon. So you would have been able to choke that down and not use it. That's why I'm giving you the
I basically
charge
now
back.
just have Fusro Da.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, not to stand next to Bloodscale on next to anything.
So,
Woo!
had rings of fire, ice, stone, and wind.
I have the Ring of Fire.
I got the Ring of Wind.
Uzi used the Ring of Wind.
Yep,
yeah,
it's been used.
Used for the day. Lame.
And who
Nah,
had,
I'm just kidding. He's a dick without it.
I think Viser had stone. Was that right?
Oh god.
Yeah, we gave it to him because it's a thing he can do without a spell slot.
Yeah, and he can cover himself. And then I think Zadok, did you get the last ring? Water?
Yeah, I have ice.
You have
Well,
ice.
Yeah, I
Ice,
guess
yeah.
it's yeah.
Perfect.
Sorry,
Okay,
I don't know
yeah.
where I put the thing for the ring. What does the ring do?
Ring of Stone. You basically are able to cast Wall of Stone once a day.
Wall of stone. Great.
Perfect. All right. So you guys finish your feast. You see the strange eating habits of Sento. You've equipped
Guess
your.
he refilled 2 more crystals with the kills from the last thing.
Yep. Yeah. Go and mark that. Every time you mark down those refills, that's when he uses them. And then you see you've equipped your fallen angel friend with some leather, a spell shield, and now he has his flail.
Bloodscale's
not a
checking
mace.
inside of his coat for a certain thing, feeling it's there, and just patting it, being like, "Yep."
DM me that thing real quick.
Okay.
I think I know what it is, but I want to make sure.
And a message in the disc.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Ready. Waiting. And then before
Nailed it.
we head to the next room, where it's 9:13 right now. How late is too late for everybody? Sorry, Zach. How's too late for you?
Yeah. We're getting there,
'Kay.
but in some ways we've been there for a while.
Okay. All right.
So,
That's perfect. That's what I need to know. All right. And then anything else we're doing? You guys ready to what's next?
Are you ready?
Think.
leave.
All right. Before we go through, I'm going to tell you all a small idea I have, and I'm going to look at the axe while I do it, just to see if I can get a confirmation blink or not. I'm gonna try to have the white yell at him, or her. I don't know what the black identifies as, or what an undead dragon identifies as, but I'm wondering if the white yelling at it is either a good thing or a bad thing. But I'm gonna try it.
The X
I
blinks
mean-
wildly.
Okay, now, because I was saying this out loud to the party, now I'm gonna look at the axe like, once for good, wildly for bad.
Blinks once and stares intently at you.
All right, I'm gonna have the white yell at the stupid bastard. It's gonna be great.
I mean, worst case scenario, it just pisses off a Draco Lich that's gonna try and kill us.
Best
But
case scenario,
that
it's like,
doesn't
oh
change,
shit,
'cause
a
it's gonna
dragon
try
has
and
seen
kill
my
us.
shame.
You say best
Oh,
case
yeah.
scenario?
For the shame? Yes.
Fair enough.
You take dragons that are terribly prideful and shame it with a nether dragon? That's not the type of shame that you get really angry about. That's the shame that you get ashamed about.
Do you need a bell?
Why a bell?
Ding ding. Shame.
I mean,
Ding ding.
if it works
shame.
that way, sure. But I don't think we're gonna strip it naked and walking around the town square, so.
I mean, if it's undead, it's probably pretty naked, which also brings the fact that maybe it's non-binary. Like maybe it's jump
That's
fell
why I
off
said I
and
don't
it
want to
identifies
like
as none of
label
it.
it, man.
Yeah. We should ask.
We should,
After.
Is that rude?
Let's not ask during the fight. If I get it into my brain, I will ask then.
Fair enough.
great. The fight's gonna break out. And it's gonna be like, I'm Visair, he, him.
Alright, guys, you have to use a bonus action to communicate your pronouns.
Alright, so we're going through the.
We're not making fun of pronouns, guys.
No, we're not.
Just-
We're not.
The situation calls for
I always
giggles.
forget that
So-
people can watch this stuff. Yeah.
Zilgred at that point, he's like, "Is there anyone who wants to dedicate themselves to any god before we head in there?
No.
Is there anyone who wishes to make atonement for anything they have done?"
I'm about to.
Hey, it's Angel guy whose name I will constantly forget because my brain is damaged.
Amnenya.
I'm sorry. I'm telling you right
I'm
now,
Mayo.
as much as I want to remember, it's not going to happen.
No, this was
Not-
Zilgrad asking.
It's not you, it's me.
I can still help you atone for those which you do not remember. And I dare to ask, even though I have not seen it, this might be our last fight. Does anybody wish to be wed?
No.
Let's go. Grabs Ulu's hand and then goes, "Nah, I'm just kidding."
Takes her hand off and gives him a look like, really?
Hey, some levity to the situation.
All right.
I mean,
Let's see. Is there anything that I want to do before I die?
Then I will do the last thing I know. Come, gather. Those most fragile. He points to Viser, Uza,
Alright.
and Zadok.
That fragile.
Compared to the stalwart companions you have.
Like,
I mean, I'm
He's-
gonna say that as I boldly stride forward for help.
let's go in the corner, like just flexing like a brick shithouse.
He is going to cast 8 on you, so you all get another 5 hit points, and it's so add another 5 additional hit points
our
to your
max.
maximum.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, those aren't
That was
temporary
to
either.
Zarek, right?
they're not temporary. Those last for 8
Oh.
hours. You're like,
We are 14 additional max hit points.
yep, yeah, and then he's gonna be like, I know this is not where you would fall, but I would find myself ashamed, and shame is not something that I will take from this fight. If you were to fall and it were my fault, and I had not done everything, so take the blessings of my people, and fight, and destroy your enemies, those who stand against all that is good in this world, those who would stand against us, those who maintain this horrible places we've been through, and those who would create only suffering for those who come in contact with them. Find the vengeance for Zephyr. Find the vengeance for all who are trapped beneath this place. Destroy those who stand against what is right. Take my strength, the strength of all hobgoblins, the strength that flows in my blood, the strength that will see you through this fight, and do what you do best. And he smiles at the end. And you all receive your 5 additional hit points. From Aid.
Neat.
He only has 1 second level spell left.
Yeah.
Oh shit. I have
He
more
only
stuff
has
now.
3. He's more of
Yeah.
a fighter than a cleric.
He is
Oh.
much more a fighter than Cleric.
Why he hits 3 times in a row. It's fine.
Maybe we should have brought the time wizard.
nah,
Yeah.
nah, he's been
We
working.
got
Oh!
slow. We got
Oh!
slow enough as it is.
Y'all don't even know about the Time Wizard. We're not getting into it right now.
Like, I've read enough Dunamancy smells, I know.
Time wizard.
I made... Yeah, you know what? We're not going to get into it. All right. What are you guys doing next?
I'm using
Sarah,
some of
don't
my
you-
blood.
Don't you have a thing that could give us more betterness?
Who?
Sarah.
Me? I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Don't you have inspiring speech?
Oh yeah.
He's already done that today.
That's true.
Oh yeah.
Been a long day.
It has been
Has
a
he?
long day. He has, yeah.
Yeah, he did.
You
Was that
guys
the
lost
sheep
this.
room?
Wait. It's hold on.
Can you do it more than once a day? Sorry, I just assumed it was once a day. I don't actually know.
I'm trying to find. Where it
Oh
says
shit,
once a
no.
day.
It doesn't say once per day. You can spend 10 minutes inspiring your companions, up to 6 allies, including yourself, that can see or hear you and understand you within 30 feet. Each gains 20 temporary HP per short rest. This
Can't
is a short
gain this
rest.
temporary hit points in a way until they finish a short or long rest. So technically, yeah.
Yeah, you can absolutely inspiring speech here. I will allow it. There's nothing I can say against that.
Alright, here it is. the fight we've all been working towards, the fight that we've all been dreading and looking forward to. This bastard. I mean, I don't think there's anything I can say to make us any more angry at this bastard, but don't let him talk. I don't give a fuck. And like what he has to say, we need to cut his tongue out as fast as we can, because let's face it, that's his main weapon. That's what he thinks power comes from. And let's prove to him that he doesn't have this power with us. There's nothing he can say that will make anything better. There's nothing he can say that will change our minds. Just get in there, let's annihilate him before he has a chance to react. Let's take away every satisfaction he could possibly have in trying to make us suffer for 1 instant longer. Let's make his death so fast that the last thing he sees is us, and before he can do anything about it, he's already moved on to the next world. What do you guys say?
I mean, yeah, after kill a fucking dragon, yeah, sure.
Huh? Fucking za.
Fuck yeah. You all mark
Right.
20
Yeah,
additional
What's the
temporary hit
content
points.
of the 9 remaining minutes of your speech?
No, we'll assume it was amazing. You guys have never heard.
He's singing the
So great.
Dawnforged Company song.
Yeah.
There's a lot of
Okay.
pauses because he has to do it while he's eating.
Now
About
this.
how we totally destroy this guy and the Draco Lich.
Fuck!
Now there are 9 people now. Which 3 do you leave out of this 20?
Alright, so if I get the whole company,
Let me
all of
just
us,
set it up.
that's 6, isn't it?
Yeah,
That's
if you
correct,
got
yeah.
Sento, Zilgra, and the Angel. That should be everybody.
It's us.
It's
Okay.
a Dawnforged Company inspiration.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so mark your
And we're
inspirations.
whispering it at the end of the table.
So you guys each get 20 temporary HP.
We are at 34 fucking extra hit points right now. That's pretty fucking baller.
God damn, dudes.
That's a third of my health.
That's fucking
Yeah, I knew that we were
absurd.
gonna be
Yeah, man,
That's a
try
level
this, see if
4
I can-
character, like easily.
I'm gonna try this and see if I can't top him off.
Yeah, dude, it's
a-
120 health. I gave out more health just now than I currently have. That's only 6 more health than I have right now with the extra points.
Fuck
Dude,
hell.
34 hit points is more than my current level 6 druid in another campaign. That's not fucking around.
It's
Mr. Flair,
fucking real good.
I'm taking blood from my armor from where I got stabbed earlier, and I'm doing war paint on my fucking face.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
let's go.
You see, and Uza, it's almost like a stab of guilt. But you see, as she pulls up the blood, she like there's this moment of like staring at it, like, where it's like, holy shit, that's my blood. But then you see, she takes it and turns it into strength and just drops the fucking. Each
I'm so
side
glad
of
I was able to
blood.
help.
And you see
I-
that.
Hide, Shadow Drinker.
Bloodscale's already covered in gore and viscera. He's already done.
I switched my whole outfit to like the matte black stealth mode.
Perfect. Yep.
And black and
Yeah.
white, and black and white, and black and white, and black and white, and black and white.
So, all right, you guys have sat. You've made your Pharaoh's feast. You've had your
So,
inspiring
everyone
speech.
Everyone else may be turning theirs to black. Bloodscale actually has his pauldron to white,
Gotta draw that aggro, bro.
Hell yeah.
plus
Yeah,
the
yeah.
white dragon. It's just kind of a theme right now. He's got a gimmick. Everybody needs a gimmick.
All right. What are you guys doing next?
On through the door.
That's
Guess
what
without
I
a
think.
All right. Are we so stealth checks from everybody? Plus 10.
Me and Sento will go first.
Yes!
Don't worry, Zilgrit will fuck it up.
Jesus fucking shit. Oh, Zephyr already fucked it up.
No. Christ.
Bloodscale's gonna use luck the moment that he notice he's making fucking noise.
Okay.
Or slightly better.
Jesus.
And
Me
then
and
here
Sento
comes
could only
Zilgrit fucking
do
it up.
Okay.
He didn't get a one.
And
You know what? Visair, Sento, and Uza are all just like, guys, do you fucking mind?
so and then
He's just gonna be happy Zilgrit didn't get a one for once, guys.
and then Omnael rolled a natural one as well. So they're also making a shitload of noise. It's just like they're trying to be careful, but like you see, they're even holding their mace in one hand and then the other, but they're like just not used to this armor and just.
It's not as awful as it could have been.
Well,
Hearing
did we
how
make it? We
terribly
haven't made it
everyone
through
else
the
is
door
moving.
yet.
Can
So-
Visair and Uza like move further like away from the pack a little?
So
Zarek
As-
is like, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
All right. So, but here's my thing. Here's my thing. We are sneaking through the door. We haven't got to the other side of the door
Yep.
to sneak yet.
well, so as you guys all sneak,
Well, who rolled a? I need to know who all rolled a 1.
Zarek
Zarek.
rolled in that one. Yeah.
All right.
Like singing that part of the song where
I'm-
they kick
I'm-
his ass.
I'm literally everybody that did this poorly. I'm literally going to grab and go. Fuck it. We're using the invisible. Even if it can see, it's gonna help us sneak.
perfect. So you pull the dust of invisibility and throw it up.
Yep. Everybody who had
Everybody
a roll
roll-
under 15, I'm grabbing.
If
I
you
mean,
didn't, it's a
me,
10-foot
everybody,
radius.
it's
So
everybody.
everybody, unless you
Yeah,
rolled a nat 20,
10
go and
feet.
roll again.
I mean,
Damn it.
might as well.
Yeah.
Cool. I got another 2 to it.
Hey.
Nice.
that was a
Hey, there
little
we go.
better.
There we go. There we
Thank
go.
God.
Okay.
I mean, it's still without a trace, so it's still great.
Hell yeah.
Forgot
Okay.
to roll for Ulu, so her
Yeah.
first one was a 7, but now
And
it's a
then
19.
Perfect. Okay, yeah. So you guys
Nice.
start.
There's no more nat
sneaking
ones.
away.
There's
so
no more nat
Ty-
ones.
And-
It's great.
You probably didn't see it because 45. Yeah, I just
I
want to
saw
throw
it.
that out there.
I saw it.
Nobody saw
saw
I
it
mean,
'cause I was like,
it-
32.
We just
So-
didn't see you, so we forgot about it instantly.
So, make an intelligence saving throw.
it. Oh shit! Really?
Really.
Yeah, you're gonna not be able to conceive of yourself as a human being, or as a,
So, there's this
So
disorienting
sneaky.
moment where, as you're walking through, you feel a body outside of your body laying down. And it's almost as if you've fallen as you start taking this step forward. And it's that moment as if you were asleep and then you're jolted awake by tripping in a dream, but you're still stealthing and you still roll a 45. And you feel this unease as you feel eyes upon you.
Did fucking Selazat just stumble?
The rest of you, as you make your way through, you're blinded by this yellow golden light walking through the doors underneath the watchful eyes of the gargoyle, no longer consumed by the blood red. You walk into sand. In the sand, looking around, you see a coliseum before you. It is a grand coliseum. There are points of statues all around, made of different types of creatures. Some angelic, some demonic, some human, some draconic. Each of them all facing inwards, all weapons drawn. And you see across from you the bones barely held together of a dragon. Black skin pulling it all together as it looks forward to all of you. And as it seemingly trumps forward, screams into the arena, unleashing, and with each scream, just this breath of acid out towards you. I need everyone to make a perception check at this point.
ah,
This is what I've been waiting for.
oh god, perceptive as ever.
Literally is what he's been waiting for.
I still can't even see myself.
All right. So as it screams outwards, just for a second, only you, Uza. You know what? I'm actually going to send you a message in text of what you see.
Oh shit!
The rest of you see this screaming, scraped together, bone dragon with flesh hanging off it, scream at you. There's blood in the sand. Weapons lay where no corpses remain. That's where we're going to go ahead and end. Because Zach needs to go to sleep.
Oh shit.
Damn it, Zach.
Well, I mean, to be fair,
To be
To
fair.
be fair,
to be
it's
fair-
it's 10:30
Oh.
over there.
well, yeah, and I work at 5, so
Ooh,
lovely.
yeah.
Yeah, he's done.
yes. But
More than fair.
we all need to be well rested for this fight, players and characters.
Cool. Shit.
Hey, look, we
Finally
found
made it.
the
Wait, is
Draco.
Homie there at all? Do we see the bad man?
Maleficus is not there.
Oh, okay.
Ah.
No, that's a good thing. Trust me.
Yeah.
it would be
Last thing we
better.
need is an
That would be
asshole
a
raining down
TPK.
spells on us too.
Yeah.
That would have been a TPK.
Don't forget, his
Oh.
DC was like fucking 22 or 20 fucking 3 or some shit.
Yeah.
Jeez.
I wish I had silence. That would be the best.
All right. So, all right. That's where we're gonna go
Oh,
ahead
shit,
and
that's
end as
cool.
you guys get ready for your dragon.
I won't say
fight.
it, Ty, but that shit's cool.
Good, good. I'm glad you appreciate it. All right, and that's where we're gonna go ahead and end the stream today. Thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all again for the subs. It's so very much appreciated. We're gonna get into one of the crazier fights of this entire campaign, I believe, coming up here. If not this one, then the next one. There's just so many intense things coming up. So make sure you guys stay tuned. Probably. I would predict a week off after the child born, but
Right,
so
something
probably
happens.
next
Seems logical.
not next Tuesday, but maybe the Tuesday after that. We'll see how the sleep deprivation hits. And but yeah, thank you guys all for watching. It seems like a really fun place to leave this off at. And yeah, we'll catch you next time to find out what happens to the Dawnforged company. Bye, everybody.